Hello everyone, I am here at PAX Australia and it is time to check out some awesome games here. I've been lucky enough to come through as a content creator, which is absolutely amazing. Huge thanks to PAX Australia for providing that badge. Really awesome stuff. And we're going to be checking out some indie games while we're here. PAX Rising is where we're going to be starting off first. And there are some amazing Australian developers here and New Zealand developers as well that we're going to be checking out. And if I just spin my camera around here, you can absolutely see how big this event is. It is absolutely awesome. And it's not just video games, it's also tabletop games. And that's going to be some good fun for everybody. So tune in for some more awesomeness throughout this video. And maybe some interviews with devs, who knows?
We're Nova Games and this is Ooble Gardens.
Ooble Gardens is a cozy game set in your backyard in a giant pot where these little guys called Oobles offer you items where you use those to merge and create cozy furniture for your dream fairy garden.
Nova Games is made up of 7 developers. We're all postgrad students and we're really trying to make an effort to get into the indie scene.
I would say the inspiration of the game is very Studio Ghibli meets Animal Crossing, where it's very, very cute. You can make your own fairy garden, get up close and see the Oobles basically just living in this town that you've created for them.
Ooble Gardens is currently available on Steam for a demo and full release at the end of the year.
You can find us on Instagram under our user NovaGames_AU, and we post regular devlogs and updates, and basically every event that we're at we'll say where we're going.
Ahoy! I'm Tiffany, the lead artist on Davy Jones' Deckhand, and the crab behind me somewhere is Ben. He's the lead programmer and the sort of everything else of the dev team. Right, so Davy Jones' Deckhand is a roguelike deck builder. It's based around a pairing mechanic, so it's more about matching your numbers rather than just stacking up more attack and more health. So it's a lot more scrappier, a lot more seedier pantaloons than your average roguelike deck builder. It's also a pirate game, so it's about exploring the world. Each run will take you to a destination, a port. You get to explore that port when you're there, and then you get to explore the non-linear world, slowly uncover some secrets and stories along the way. So Ben, the programmer, he absolutely loves things like Dark Souls and that sort of pairing idea there. We obviously Slay the Spires is going to be one of those in there. And from an art and visual point of view, we love things like Muppets Treasure Island, Tintin. We love that sort of high, adventure type game and feel. The best way is to wishlist us on Steam through our Steam page. We're working towards a demo very soon, and we have a Discord, and our website also has all the links to those things as well.
Behind me. We're made with cookies. We're a team of 8, so I'm the programmer and VFX artist. Got Outrider behind me here, and this is Ecliptic. So this is our first ever game. So we're basically making the 12 zodiac signs as a puzzle game. They're all 3D physical puzzles where you can play out the myth behind each room. So we've been working on it for about 2 years now. And it first kind of started in uni for us, and then we got to the end of it and went, well, you know what, we got something here. So then we kept going. So Ecliptic is the idea of all of the zodiac star signs on a plane. So it's called the Ecliptic plane, hence the name. So each star sign, so we've got like Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Capricorn, they all have myths behind them, whether it be through Greek mythology or Roman or even like Babylon. So they've got myths from all of the Greek gods. So you got Zeus and Persephone. Yeah. So each story follows out something to do with a sign. So Aries, for example, it's the idea of impenetrable armor. So a sheep that has such fluffy coat that it can't be hit by anything. And so going through the level, you're using the sheep as a protection from all of the missiles and arrows coming at you. But all of the star signs kind of follow that sort of theme where there's something behind it where you're physically playing out the story. So we're on Steam. It's Ecliptic up there on Steam. And we're made with cookies on, I think, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter even as well. Yeah, we don't post often because we're kind of in the grind to get it out. But yeah, we do post occasionally, so we can find us there.
Kia ora, I'm Sam from Mad Carnival, and this is our game, How Was Your Day? How Was Your Day is think of Groundhog Day meets Stranger Things with a cultural twist, and that's what we have. So we follow 13-year-old Dia, who is having a really bad time, having moved to New Zealand recently from Fiji, but she has one light in her life, which is her dog Beans. And after a particularly bad day, Beans goes missing, and she finds herself in a time loop with something creepy following her around. So she's got to come out of her comfort zone, talk to people, including her parents, to see what's going on with Beans and to get out of the time loop. So I walked my son home from school, so it was a couple of years ago, and I do that regularly, and we have a really close relationship. But I asked him our usual question, how was your day? And he said good, his one-word answer. And his teenage self flashed in front of my eyes, and I kind of thought it must be like Groundhog Day for teenagers a lot. I feel like they're going through their day, they get to the end of the day, and their parents ask, how was your day? And it's a one-word answer. And I was like, there's an interesting premise in here, and you know, parents are genuinely interested in what their kid's day was like in their lives, and teens often spend a lot of time in their heads. You know, there's a lot of things in there that don't kind of come out, and so the idea of communication being kind of a driver for those relationships, and that it's a two-way street. You have to communicate, you know, and so that's the premise of the game. And then we were like, what can we do to kind of provide a bit more of a catalyst? And so her dog goes missing, and then put in the supernatural spook factor in as well. So we're on Steam at the moment, and there's a demo on Steam that you can play through, which takes you through the first step there. You can meet Beans and pet the dog, and then we're looking at releasing late next year. We're on Blue Sky and Twitter, but if you look up howsyourdaygame.com or findbeans.com, you'll find all the information there.
Hi, my name is Kevin from Studio Tinkerhouse. We have Lachlan over there, who's the level designer. I'm the lead programmer, and our creative director is Amber Stacey. And this is our project Bones, Bones Wandering Soul. The story of Bones is at the start, you see grave diggers dig up a coffin, and then Bones falls out of that coffin, falls into the sewers, and then he wakes up. He can't remember who he is, and the whole premise of the game is trying to discover himself, trying to find out his lost memories, and trying to rebuild his coffin so he can find his home again. If you've ever seen any of our showcases, you'll see the influence is like very puzzle-based, very Halloween, but cute at the same time. It's very, yes, that's the aesthetic that we're aiming for. So currently, right now, we have this game. You can wishlist on Steam. But we also have Studio Tinkerhouse website, as well as Studio Tinkerhouse Instagram, so you can find us there.
I'm the artist, and this is Jeremy, the programmer, and we're working on Pinball Hero, which is an RPG roguelike pinball game. Our core inspiration was like the pinball games of old, the physical machines, but also Full Tilt Space Cadet, which everyone seems to have played back on the old Windows XP. But also Epic Pinball, Pokemon Pinball, and roguelites, of course. So the gameplay is really, it's pinball but try to break the game, as in there's over 200 items. In classic roguelite fashion, you want to basically become a loot goblin, you know, hence the ears, and you want to try and augment the pinballing and or the RPG experience to be as crazy as possible, you know, spawning hundreds of bombs or hundreds of items or splitting your character into multiple copies. It's kind of, we want you to break the game in a good way. So the game is going to be out very soon on demo on Steam in a couple of months. Otherwise you can wishlist us there to get more information. You can also follow us at lazybonesgames.com if you want to find all of our other channels like our Discord. And we have been known to make items after playtesters who are very helpful to our community. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, give us a follow.
Hi, my name's Rick from Hojo Studio, and this is our game BraveCart. It's about a little abandoned shopping trolley that wakes up one morning and decides to take on the duopoly, which is Alpha Barn and Omega Mart, the twin supermarket overlords in our game. The inspiration of the game came from just seeing how surrounded we are with abandoned trolleys and corporate waste in daily life, e-scooters, all kinds of things that are just left by the side of the road, and just how much we all accept it as normal and don't question it. And we realized no one's ever told the story from the abandoned trolley's point of view. What would they think of it if they woke up one day and realized that they'd been tossed aside and abandoned? So I think it has a little bit of an environmental kind of side to it, but mostly our game is just a cheeky satire about the idea of an underdog like a little trolley taking on the supermarkets. It's a cozy puzzle game, so it's turn-based, there's no pressure, it's very fun to play, it's very simple mechanics, you just go up, down, left, right. Your job in each level is to rescue all of the other abandoned trolleys and then make your way to the exit. And the story begins in the suburbs where your trolley character is abandoned. Eventually you get to the car park of a supermarket, then you get into the supermarket itself. The game's going to have over 100 levels across 5 different chapters. Each of those is a different phase of the story, a different environment. The game's going to be available on Steam, Switch and mobile, so Mac, PC, Switch and any mobile phone. It plays really nicely on phone because it's just swiping up, down, left, right. For more information, you can wishlist the game on Steam. Just look for BraveCart on Steam, or you can go to bravecartgame.com or hojostudio.com.au, that's our company. Then you can find all the information about the game, trailers, and yeah, contact us if you want to know more.
My name is Skylar. I'm from a studio called Kitty Wampus in New Zealand, and we're making Bashful Adoration. It's a 3D platformer, but it's also a romantic comedy adventure. And it's about 4 witches who are in love with the same crush. So the very start of the inspiration was quite silly. We really liked My Little Pony and like the kind of magical themes, and also like shipping the characters together. And so we wanted something to do with love, with magic, and also something very cute. And it kind of brought us to this like kind of style, yeah. So it's predominantly a 3D platformer. And it being a platformer, the main thing we wanted to focus on was like really dynamic movement. So making sure that players could move around the map the way they wanted. You can take it slow and easy, or you can like speed through the levels. That was the main goal with the movement. And we also have some light combat, so some cute enemies to battle. And we wanted the effects and stuff to be super dramatic when you fight them. So we have a social media presence on Instagram, on Blue Sky and all that. Just the name of the game, Bashful Adoration. But the game is also available on Steam for wishlists, which would really help us out.
Hi, I'm Julian. I'm the lead developer on Momento, a cozy room decorating game with a branching narrative twist. So you journey through a life where the items you choose to keep will influence the life you lead. It's made by Fat Alien Cat and Nomo Studio. It's a collab between two micro studios based in Brisbane. When we started in 2023, Jasmine, my partner Jess and I formed a team because we were all young parents. Jess and I had a 2-month-old and Jasmine had a 2-year-old. And we wanted to make a game about our kids and what they could become when they grow up and the items that they'll have with them and they'll bring along their lives. So inspired by games like Unpacking and A Little to the Left, we took that and created a room decorating game with branching narratives. So we're on Steam for the game, you can wishlist it there, and we have a demo coming out in November, so you can play it there. We're also on like X, Twitter, like Blue Sky, TikTok, those sorts of social medias as well, if you prefer to follow us there. And we have a mailing list, which we send out once a month, where you'll get updates about the game and exclusive like insider developer blog and info and stuff like that.
We are Tiny Kiwi Games. I'm Kyle, and this is Designing Conjure. I'm the 3D artist. So this is a narrative-based magical decorating game. Full freedom to the player. We have a creative mode. Demo's out currently on Steam, so you can play this exact level right now. We have a cat you can pet if that's what you're into. It's all magical themed, so you can really just do whatever you like. We saw games like Unpacking before, big hit, everyone's played that. But we wanted to go our own direction, so we focused more on the narrative, storyline kind of thing, and like kind of full customization of the game. So you can change all the colors, you can scale items, really just full freedom to the player. Currently, we've just got it on Steam, the demo up on Steam. Full release will be next year sometime. We are still working that one out, but we have all the socials. So there's Blue Sky, I believe we have X, we have a YouTube, bit of everything. Yeah, if you follow our Steam page, it's all linked there.
What an awesome weekend celebrating games. And I even came home with some pretty awesome merch. But that's it for PAX Aus 2025. Huge shout out to the developers featured in this video. Thank you all so much for taking the time to have a chat with me. I can't wait to see these amazing indie games released in the future. And a big thank you to you, the viewers, for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating it. This was a lot of fun and I hope I get to do it all over again next year. But that's it from me. I will have all the featured games Steam store links in the description of this video, so make sure to go and wishlist your favorites. And before you head off, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. And for all my socials, you can head over to FulishFuji.com. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time. See ya!